Going to feel refreshing for it. Yesterday, yeah, soggy actually ended up ending the month of May. Third wettest on record in the Hartford area. Well, we're kicking off June right now on a dry note. But not only does June 1st mark the beginning of a meteorological summer, but also the start of hurricane season, which is forecast to be above the average. So nothing happening right now in the Atlantic Basin. Good news there. New London, a mixture of clouds and a little bit of sun out there, 52 degrees. As we take a look in Windsor, though, more sunshine, a little less way of cloud cover, 50 degrees, and a south-southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Checking in with Cary and Westbrook, it's 50. Myrna and Chaplin, 48. And we got Darlene and Mystic, 49 degrees. Checking in with additional weather watchers, John and Boz reporting 46. Jeff and Staffordville, 44. And we got Bill in Wolcott around 45 degrees. So 40s and 50s, a little bit shy of normal to kick off the morning hours. There's the clouds. There are some holes in those clouds as well. No rain locally to speak of. The wind gust trend today, well, it's going to be breezy all day long. Those gusts could even get as high as 30 miles per hour. Not out of the question. Not quite as gusty as it was yesterday. Some of those were a little intense as we gave you that first alert on. Working in the garden today, maybe that's on your list of things to do without having to worry about soggy and rainy weather. It is going to be much better out there. By 9 o'clock, we're warming into the mid and upper 50s, heading into the 60s this afternoon with a mixture of sun and clouds. There's the Argoats game forecast, 61 at first pitch, 64 by the 9th inning with a mixture of sun and clouds. Here's a look at the high temperatures for today. A few areas could even get into that mid and upper 60-degree range at best. Either way, it's going to be below average, but the key to today, mainly dry. Other than just the smallest chance for a late afternoon or evening spot shower, most of us enjoy a dry day. Now, as we get into the topic of northern lights, this morning it spiked to severe. Now we'll have to wait till later today. Well, obviously, when we get closer to dark, we'll have to see if that level, the KP index, is up to an 8. An 8 would mean we would have a chance, even with our naked eye, to see it overhead. So it's really critical to check back in, check those levels, and we'll keep you updated on all platforms for our highest chance of seeing those northern lights tonight into tomorrow. Now, the weather may not cooperate either, but let's start with one thing, and then we've got to deal with what the weather's doing. A few more clouds tonight, maybe a brief shower, but there will be breaks in those clouds as well. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that activity to continue into tonight. All right, speaking of tonight, we're going to start off tomorrow morning, low to mid 40s and then some upper 40s, so cooler than average to start off the day. Tomorrow, working in the yard, if you're kind of giving it one more day to dry out, well, it's going to be even nicer with temperatures rising into the upper 60s, low 70s, and plenty of sunshine. Though, of course, we're just pumping in those allergy meds because the pollen count's going to be moderately high over the next several days. Moderately high, well, how about above average significantly with those high temperatures peaking well into the 80s, if not close to that 90-degree range. But the dew points are going to make it feel, once they climb into the 60s and they're 70, pretty uncomfortable out there, very muggy. So we're going to be turning things around from spring-like weather to, yeah, we're warming up gradually. We're still feeling great at night. Monday, Tuesday, we're saving on heating, or excuse me, cooling. And then we look towards the end of the week and we got to put the fans out, the AC units. They're going to be a must with this heat and humidity building in. Unfortunately, we do have some showers and storms a part of the mix, either Friday. Certainly it's a high chance as we go into the Saturday time frame.